Hi everyone, my name is Mackenzie and I will be giving a full overview of the portal. If you're looking for just a specific page on how to do something in the portal, we do have those videos as well on our YouTube channel, but right now this is a full overview of the portal. So let's get started. So when you first log into the portal, this is the page that you see. So this is our home page and it is where the calendar is located. So most of the information that you see on the portal is pulled from ClientTrack Desktop. So for example, tasks and appointments that you see in the calendar here, this is just information that is pulled from the desktop, and that information is pulled by running a sync. So you can see the employee assigned. So if you would like to choose a different employee to see for a specific task or information or appointment on the calendar, then you can choose by employee assigned right here. You can sync with Google Calendar, and then you can also change the view of the calendar here. So by default, when you log in, it is week view. So to view all the pages in the portal, on the left-hand side up here, we have an arrow. And if you click that, that just shows all the pages in the portal. So you don't have to expand the navigation bar to go to the different pages, but if you want to see the different names of the pages, then you can expand it by clicking that arrow. So we're just going to go through page by page. So the first page that we're going on is Secure Email Send. So this is where you send the emails through our system. So just like in mostly every other email service system there is, you can see the emails that you have sent to people. So same thing goes in our system. So this list here, I have not sent any emails to anyone, so this list is empty. But if I had sent an email to someone, it will show here. So it will show the email address that I sent it to, so whoever's email address that I sent that email to, who I CC'd or BCC'd. It shows the subject, the sent date. So when I send an email, it timestamps the exact day and time that I sent that email. So if I need to search by a specific email, I can just look at the sent date and know what email I'm looking for. Underneath type, it will say one of two things. So it will either say email or file request. Now if it says email, that's just your basic email. So the client can't respond to that email, and the reason for that is we created the system not as a way to replace your email service, but as a way to send and receive documents from clients securely. So if you're sending emails through Outlook or Gmail or any email service, if that email were to be intercepted, someone would be able to get access to the files in the body of that email. When you send emails through our system, they are password protected, but the body and the files are also encrypted. So the only way that someone is able to have access to that email is by putting in the password. So underneath type, if it says email, you've just sent your basic email to the client. Again, they cannot respond to it. Now, if you're looking for a client to be able to send a document back to you, so say for example, you're sending an email and you have a document attached to the email and you need a client to be able to sign the document, send it back to you, then you would set the type to be a document request. And I will show you how to do that in a second. So underneath status, it will say one of three things. So it'll either say delivered if the email's been delivered, it will say viewed if the client has viewed it, and it will say files downloaded if you attached any files to the email and the client downloaded it. Underneath view, it's a button, so it's a blue button with the letter I. If you click it, that just shows the email that you sent that client. So just like in Outlook or Gmail, how you can view sent emails, that view button does the same thing. So if you click it, you can just see the email that you sent that client. You can see any of the documents you attached to the email. That is also where you see the documents that the client uploaded back to you. So if this email was a document request, if a client uploads a document back to you, you will get notified through your email. So whatever email you have attached to your portal account, you will get a notification email letting you know what clients uploaded a document to you. And to view that document, all you do is go into the portal, go to the Secure Email Send page, and click View on the email. When you click View, you'll see something that says Received Files, and underneath Received Files will be the list of the files the client uploaded back to you. And then you can just click them and it'll download right to your computer. So beside that you have delete. So it's a trash can, it's a button. If you click it, you can delete the email from this list. Now it doesn't delete your files, all your files are completely safe. It just deletes the email from the list. So if you're done with it, you don't want it there anymore, then you can delete the email. And lastly, you can resend the emails. So if for whatever reason the client deleted it, they lost it, they didn't get it, you can just resend the emails by clicking the paper airplane button underneath there, and it will just automatically just resend that email right to the client. So in these buttons up here, we're just going to go through each of these buttons. So first we're going to go to the Add/Edit Email Template button. So when I would be talking to accountants during tax season, they would say how they would have to send the same email over and over to clients, and became frustrating and time consuming to either copy and paste or type it out each time. So we created this email template feature where all you do is just name your template, You put in the body of whatever you would like it to be and you click save. So then when you go to create an email, you can actually insert this template right into the email. You can have as many templates as you would like. There's no limit. And you can also insert as many templates as you would like into the body of the email. It just inserts the template one on top of another. So beside that is change signature. So if you have a signature in your email service, so whatever other email service you use, you can just copy and paste that signature into here, click save, and then when you go to send an email, that signature is automatically just at the bottom of the body of your email, just like any email you send through your actual email. So then lastly is the send email button. So you click that, you get this pop-up here. Now, this is very similar to just like sending an email through Outlook or Gmail. It's really no different. So you put in the email address of who you would like to send it to. You can CC or BCC someone. This is where you put in the subject. Email type. So secure send is just your basic email. It's just called a secure send, and that's what it's set to default. So that means that the client cannot respond to it. Again, that's just your basic email. Now, if again you want the client to be able to upload a document back to you, you would choose secure document request. So then when the client receives the email, they put in the password, they have access to the email, they have a space to be able to upload a document back to you. Then you'll get notified and you can click view on the email to get that document. Down below, the add template, this is where you can add your templates. So I don't have any templates right now, but if I did, I would just choose the name of the template that I would want to insert in the list, and it would automatically just insert it into the body of my email. So then of course down below is just where the body of your email, that's where you put the information you'd like. Over on the right, this is where you can upload documents. So you can either click within the box to upload a document, or you can just drag and drop. All it does is just opens up the File Explorer on your computer. So when we go up top here, you do have to password protect your emails. So like I said, this is called a secure email send because not only are the body and the files encrypted, but it is also password protected. So you do have to password protect all the emails that you send. So you have to put in the password, retype the password, and put in the hint. The client should be able to guess the password based off the hint. So depending on how close you are with the client, if you know maybe their kids' names or one of their pet names, then you can just use that for the password or their phone number. It's up to you. Now, if this is your first time sending an email to this client, you can't use the use last password feature because it pulls the last password that you used for this specific client. But the second time you go to send an email to this client, if you check off use last password, it automatically autofills the password, retype password, and the hint. And it just autofills that from there on out. So any other time you go to send an email to that specific client, as long as use last password is checked off, it will autofill these 3 fields here. So then all you do is click send, and then your email's been sent. So your email will then show up in this list here. And so underneath status, you'll be able to see whether the client's viewed it, or whether they've downloaded any files, or whether they haven't viewed it yet if it just says delivered. So next we're going to go to the My Vault page. Now this My Vault page comes in handy if you want to be able to exchange documents between you and anyone in your firm. So if you have multiple accounts for people in your firm that are using the portal, anything you upload in My Vault, anyone in your firm will be able to see it. Now My Vault is not shared with the client in any way. It's just a secondary backup system that you can use, or you can exchange documents between you and anyone in your firm. So anything you upload in here, if someone in your firm has a separate account to the portal, they can log in and then they will be able to see any folder or any file that you uploaded in My Vault, and then vice versa. Anything that anyone else in your firm uploads in My Vault, you will be able to see. So currently I don't have anything on My Vault, but I can create a folder. So I'll just create a folder called test, add that, and now there's a folder created here. So I can put things in that folder, I can drag and drop files right into that folder, I can drag and drop folders right into that folder. So in my File Explorer, where I have all my documents on my computer, if I take a folder and I drag and drop it right onto this page, it replicates the entire folder structure on My Vault. So it replicates the folders, the subfolders, the files within subfolders, that's all replicated right onto our system. So you can see that you can also go back directories. You can download entire folders. So right now it's empty, but if I had multiple files and folders within My Vault, if I click that button, it automatically zips up the folder and downloads it right to my computer. So instead of having to click each individual file, I can just download the entire folder. I can also upload a file by clicking the button again, or I can just drag and drop right onto this page. I can change the view, so grid or list view, just whatever you prefer. And then I can also search by anything on this page. So I click the magnifying glass and then you get the search bar. And then up top, you can also see how much storage you're using. So I currently have 5 gigabytes of storage, and because I don't have any files stored on the system, I'm using 0 out of 5 gigabytes, but you can see a progress up top to see how much storage you're using out of how much you have available. So next, we're going to go to the companies page. So this companies page is where you have a list of all your active companies. So you can see here that this information is pulled from the desktop. So I just have sample data that I pulled from the desktop, and then you can see it in this companies list here. Now I do have unlimited licenses, which means that I can give unlimited clients portal access. It depends on how many licenses you purchase. Maybe if you have 10, you can only give 10 companies portal access, but if you purchase unlimited, then there is no limit to how many companies you can give portal access. Now, if I wanted to give this client portal access, so Sample Beauty Salon, before I do anything, I need to make sure that they have a portal email. Now, portal email is almost right in the center of the list here. So if it's empty, all I have to do is click this Change Portal Email button and put in their email. So I'll just put in my email. And you just have to retype the email. And click Save. So then once I do that, that means that I'm able to give this client portal access. Now some people get confused about the wording portal email. Portal email does not mean it's an email specifically for the portal. It just means the email you have on file for them in the desktop or anywhere. So it's just whatever email you use to contact them. Now you need the portal email because once you click portal access, you get a pop-up and it says you are about to sign a client up for Client Track Portal. So what this means is if I click OK, it's automatically going to email that email address their login credentials to log into the client side of the portal. So if I click OK, then I'm going to be receiving an email with the username and an auto-generated password. Now I can see my username here, so the accountant is able to see all the clients' usernames. They obviously can't see their passwords. But because I now have given this client portal access, if I refresh the page, I have these two boxes available to me now. So you see I have file sharing only available, and now I can reset their login if need be. So file sharing only, I don't have it checked off right now, which means that when the client logs in, the pages that they will be able to see are tasks, documents and instructions, missing information, the virtual filing cabinet, and the chat page. Now, if you have tasks or missing information or documents and instructions that are assigned to this client, but maybe they're internal to the firm and you don't want your client to be able to see it, then check off file sharing only. So if I check off file sharing only, I get a pop-up just letting me know that once I click OK, they will only be able to see the virtual filing cabinet page. So if you gave a client portal access and you only want to be able to exchange documents with them, you don't want them to see any tasks, missing information, or documents that you have assigned to them, then check off file sharing only. So when they log into their side of the portal, they will only be able to see the virtual filing cabinet and they will only be able to exchange documents with you. And then lastly, we have the reset login. So if your client comes to you saying that they forget their username or password, you can just reset their login for them. So if I click that, I'll get a pop-up letting me know that I'm about to email them their username and a new password. I click OK, and then they get that email. So they get a new password, and then you tell them their username. You can also see their username here, so if they just forget their username, you can just let them know what it is here. But if they forget their password, then you would have to reset the login. The clients also have the ability to do it themselves. So on the login page of the portal, we have forgot password. If they click that, then they can go through the steps to reset the password themselves. But if they come to you, then you also have the ability to do that for them. And then the rest of this information on this page is just information on the clients that is pulled from the desktop. We also have a details button, so you can see more details about them. So if you have any of those detailed information in the desktop, then you can see it in that details button there. So next we are going to go to the contacts page. So this contacts page is just a viewable list. So you can't actually do anything on this page. It's just a list to show all the contacts you've ever had, inactive or not. So you can't give portal access on this page or do anything like you can on the company's page. It's just a list to be able to view all your contacts. So there isn't much to show there. So we're going to go to the personal tax clients page. So you will notice that this personal tax clients page looks very similar to the company's page. You can do the exact same stuff on here as you can on the company's page, except it's just your personal tax clients. So they are separated in between your company's and personal tax clients. So you see that there's a portal email here already, so I don't have to put that in. So I can check off portal access if I would like and give this personal tax client access to the client side of the portal. Then once I do that again, you can check off file sharing only. I can reset their login. Now the only difference on this page between this page and the companies is the return status, the received all documents, the date, and the in-house due date. That's just because they are personal tax clients. Now you will notice that there is a tax year, so by default right now it is set to 2019, but you can change the tax year here. So you can see all your personal tax clients in 2017, 18, or 19, depending on how you set that up in the desktop. And then you can search by anything on this page as well. So you will notice that most of the pages that have lists like this also have search bars, so if you need to search by anything, you can do so using the search bar. So next we are going to go to the tasks page. So this tasks page is pretty simple. It's just a list of all the tasks that I have in the desktop. The sync automatically just pulled all those tasks over into the portal. So you can see here that we have a checkbox called Client Can View. Now, Client Can View is checked off, so that means that if this client has portal access and they are not set to file sharing only, they will be able to see this task that is assigned to them. Now, clients can only see tasks, missing information, and documents and instructions that are assigned to them. They can't see all your tasks for all your different clients. They can only see stuff that's assigned to them. If they are set to file sharing only and Client Can View is still checked off, file sharing only trumps all. So it actually completely takes away the tasks, missing information, and documents and instructions page. So even if Client Can View is checked off, they still won't be able to see it if they're set to file sharing only. If you just want to be safe and you don't want any of your clients to see any of your tasks, you can click Hide All Tasks from Clients. It just lets you know that it's going to uncheck all the Client Can View, refresh the page, and then Client Can View will be unchecked. So then you can also mark as closed. So if you click Marked as Closed, once the sync runs, it will be marked as closed in the desktop and it will disappear from this list. And then again, you can also check off Received All Documents. So if you've received all the documents, then you can check that off. Once the sync runs, it will be then marked as Received All Documents in the desktop as well. So then the rest of this information is just information for the specific task that I had in the desktop. So this is just sample information, but you can see all the information here, and then there are more details about the specific task in that details button there. So next we are going to go to the documents and instructions. So on this documents and instructions page, you will notice that it is split up into two different tables. So we have client documents and instructions and internal. So client documents and instructions, if there's a specific client that's assigned to this document or instruction, if they are not set to file sharing only and they have portal access, they will be able to see this document and instruction. Now if it's an internal, they won't be able to see it because that's just internal to you and your firm. But you can mark as completed. Once you do that, it will timestamp the completed date. You can see the client name, the period description, all of that information here. So you can actually upload documents to this client document or instruction or internal. So if the client is not set to file sharing only and you have a document and instruction that's assigned to them, you can actually upload a document, or the client can upload a document. And then when you come to this page, if you have a file received, there'll be a little icon there that you can click, and then you can download that document. You can also notify the client. So if you would like to notify the client that you're waiting on this specific document or instruction, if you click notify, it automatically just emails the client that you're waiting on this, and then they know to go into the portal and upload that document and instruction. Again, that is only if they are not set to file sharing only. So next we are going to go to missing information. So this missing information is pretty simple. It's just a list of all your missing information that you had in the desktop, and it pulled it to the portal. So you can mark as resolved. If you check off marked as resolved, once the sync runs, we marked as resolved in the desktop. You can see whether the client's been notified. So it says no. So that means that on the far right, if I click notify, it will just email the client that you're waiting on the specific missing information. So it's just like the document and instructions where you can notify the client that you're waiting on that. You can do the same thing for missing information. And then you can see the client name, the subject, the description. You can upload a file. So if the client, if you notify them of this missing information and they go to this page, they can actually upload the missing information that you're waiting on. You'll get notified, so you'll get an email notification. And then you can come to this page and click download, and you can download that file. Or if you need to give the specific missing information to the client for them to scan and sign and re-upload, then you can upload it here, and then the client will be able to download it. And then once the client's done signing it, they can come back to this page and re-upload it. You'll get notified, and then you can go and re-download it. So that's if you're waiting on a specific missing information for that client that's assigned to them. So next we are going to go to the virtual filing cabinet page. So you will notice that the virtual filing cabinet looks very similar to My Vault. So the virtual filing cabinet has shared folders between you and your client. So when you run the sync, it automatically generates folders for each one of your clients, so corporate clients and personal tax clients, and it creates those folders that are shared with the clients. So when the client is given portal access, if you set them to file sharing only, this is the only page that they'll be able to see, because this is where they can go and exchange documents with you. So if I click within a folder, so say this client here has portal access, if I click in there, anything I upload in here, the client will be able to see. If the client goes to the portal and uploads anything in the shared folder they have with you, you will be able to see. So when the client logs in, they are not able to see all of your clients. They only see one folder, and that's the folder they have with you. They cannot see anything else. Whereas on your side, the accountant side, you can see all of your clients. So again, you can also download entire folders. So if you have a lot of information here that you would like to download, you can click that button, automatically zips it up, downloads it to your computer. You can create folders, you can upload files, so you can either drag and drop right onto this page, or you can click upload a file. These email file upload notifications, these are the notifications the client receives when you upload documents to them. So by default it's set to ask first, which means when you upload a document in a client folder, it will ask you if you want to notify them. So you can either say yes or no. If you say yes, it sends them an email letting them know. If you say no, it still uploads it, but it just doesn't notify them. You can choose ask first or automatically as well. So I don't typically recommend ask first, I don't recommend never, because if you choose never, then it'll never notify the client. But if you choose automatically, then it will just automatically notify the client. So it won't even ask you if you want to send them a notification. So also if I go within a client folder and I click add a folder, you have the ability to be able to choose whether you want to create a folder in this client folder that's visible to the client or not. So by default, they are set to be visible to the client. But if I unchecked this and I created a folder, I just created a folder in the client folder that's not visible to that client. So anything I upload within that subfolder, the client won't be able to see. So you just have to be careful when creating a folder if you create one that's not visible to the client, because if you upload files within that subfolder, the client can't see it. So just make sure if you want to upload a document that the client can see, you just upload it outside of that subfolder that you made where the client is not able to view it. So just the root client folder here. And then again, you can also search by anything on this page, so that navigation bar there, that magnifying glass, if you click it, you can just search by anything on this page, and then you can change the view as well. And up top, again, you can also see the storage you're using. So because I haven't uploaded anything, I've used 0 out of 5 gigabytes, but it will show me how much I've used when I start to upload documents. So next is the chat page. So this chat page is just a very basic chat system. So if your client has portal access and you send them a message, when they log in, they'll have a red dot here over the navigation bar. They'll let them know that you've sent them a message. So the only way that they can actually see if you sent them a message, or the only way that you can see if a client sent you a message, is if you log into the portal. So you'll have a red dot over the chat icon, then you'll have a red dot over the message button of whatever client sent you that message, and then if you click it, then you can just view the message and then message them back. So it's just your very basic chat system. So next we're on the Manage Firm page. So this Manage Firm page you can only see if you are also an admin account. So I am currently set to be a global/admin, which means that I can see the Manage Firm page. If you are just a global account, you can see every page in the portal except for Manage Firm. If you are a global/admin like my account, then you can see the Manage Firm page as well. If you are just an admin account, then you can only see the Manage Firm page. So this page here, it just shows all the accounts I have in my firm that has an account to the portal. So it's just me right now. I have one global license that I've purchased and I'm only using one. I can purchase more if I would like, and if I did, then I would be able to set up a new account in my firm. So by doing that, all I do is click New User, and I fill in this information. So you only need to fill in the information with the asterisk. You don't need to fill in all the postal code and all of that. So you just have their first name, last name, email. You set their username. So I typically recommend the email as their username just because it's unique and easier to remember. And then user type, you would choose whatever license that you purchase, so typically global. You can choose whether you would like them to be an admin as well. So like I said, if they are an admin, they are also able to see the Manage Firm page. So by default, they are not an admin, so it's not checked off. If I would like to set them as an admin, I can check that off. And then would you like this user to have portal access, which means that the user will be able to log in. By default, it is checked off. So then once you click create, it automatically emails the email, letting them know that you have set up an account for them for the portal. So these are accounts that you've set up for people in your firm. And then they will get their username and an auto-generated password, so then they can log into the portal and then they can start using it. Now, if I had multiple people in my firm with licenses, I would have lots of names in this list here, but because it's just me, it's just myself here, I can see my username, I can see my activity log. So what I've done since logging into the portal, I made a company active. I can see whether I have portal access, I can edit my account if I would like, I can change my password, I can search. So if you have multiple people in your firm, you can search by anyone on this page. So lastly, we are on the Your Account page. So this Your Account page is very simple. It's just a page for your account specifically. So I can do the same things that I did on the Manage Firm page by changing certain settings in my account, so maybe my username and my password, or I can also just go to the Your Account page and do it. So I can change my name, I could change my email, I could change my username or my password. Down below we do have our YouTube videos, so that is where we have all our videos for each one of our pages in the portal, and then the one full portal demo, which is this video right now. You can see your firm admins here. So because I'm the only account in my firm, I'm also an admin, so I see myself here. But if you weren't an admin but you need some help with your account, then it would show who the admin is in your firm, so you know who to contact. And then lastly, you have your portal settings. So the most important thing in your portal settings is actually something called a secure upload link. Now, a secure upload link allows you to be able to put a link in your signature in your email. So whatever email service you use, Gmail, Outlook, doesn't matter. And it allows people to be able to upload documents to you right through your signature. So what you do is click Allow Secure Uploads. You choose which email service you're using. It doesn't matter which button you click. All the links are the same. The difference between these buttons is just the instructions on how to add the link into your signature. So if you don't use Outlook or Gmail or Outlook 365, you use a completely different email service, it doesn't matter. All you need is the link here. So you would just click here to copy your signature to the clipboard. You go to where you edit your signature in your email service, and then you paste it. So when you paste it, it's going to look something like this. So what that means is when you send emails to people through your regular email, so if I have Outlook and I send emails to people using Outlook and I have that signature or that link in my signature, because everyone can see my signature in my email, they can actually click the logo or that icon in the signature. They'll get taken to a page where they put in their email address, they put in their signature, or sorry, they put in the subject line, and then they put in the document that they would like to upload to you. So then as soon as they upload a document to you, you will get notified, so you'll get an email notification letting you know that someone has uploaded a document to you through your signature. And then you go to the virtual filing cabinet page, and because someone has uploaded a document to you through your signature, the virtual filing cabinet page automatically generated a folder called Signature Uploads. So then you go to Signature Uploads folder, and then you can see all the files that people have uploaded to you through your signature. So you will get notified every time someone has uploaded a document to you, but you can find it in the virtual filing cabinet underneath the folder Signature Uploads. Now you can also add this to your website as well. So these are the 3 logo options that you have available. So you choose whatever one you like, so whichever one works best on your website. You click it, it automatically just pasted that link to my clipboard, and then I go to my website and I paste that link in my HTML. So anyone who goes to my website can click this and upload documents to me. Now, when people upload documents to you through your website, the virtual filing cabinet automatically creates a folder called Website Uploads. So then you can go to your Website Uploads and you will get notified, or you will be able to see the files that people have uploaded to you through your website. So that's actually the extent of the portal demo. If you are looking for just more information on one specific page, so you need more in-depth information on how to send an email or the virtual filing cabinet page, we do have videos for each specific page, but this was just an overview of the portal. So if you ever have any questions about the portal or regarding anything about support, or you need some help setting up the sync, just feel free to send me an email at mackenzie@clienttrack.ca. My email is right here. I do all the support for the portal, so if you ever have any questions regarding that, feel free to send me an email. Thank you for watching. Bye.